Hey, everybody. Happy day after Labor Day, I guess. Closing in on the end of summer. Got some quick announcements to make. Yes, I got dogs wandering around in the studio here. They may decide to add their commentary at any point. You may also see them just wander through in the background, presumably stomping mud all over my carpet so I can vacuum them again, because that seems to be one of their hobbies. So, look, the primary focus, I guess, here of today's commentary would be this: to sort of remind folks of the focus of the Pennsylvania Patriot Coalition. Speak again about our policy on posts on Facebook and so forth, and just kind of drive home the direction. What are we about? What are we doing? So, in a word, what we are about is action. Okay, we are long past the point where we have any interest in just posting memes online or snarky comments or making general commentary about the dire straits in which we find ourselves. Got it. Yeah, we all understand. We're in a world of hurt. We are being completely betrayed, probably the right word, by our elected representatives and those folks that theoretically supposed to be taking care of us. Again, got it. All right. Now, the point of the coalition. Something that is real. That's what we need. That's the whole point. And if you're not part of that process, then probably we are not going to take up space online with your post, because we don't want people to have to go through page after page after page of Facebook pages, Facebook posts that are irrelevant to get to critical information on rallies we're having, events, getting volunteers out, door knocking, all of this kind of stuff. You want to see the poster child for what we'd like everybody to be doing? Look at what our outreach coordinator, Bill Allen's doing. He's down in the Philadelphia area. He is making a huge range of contacts, primary focus, the minority community. He's talking to the Pakistani community, Hispanic community, Black Conservative Federation in the state of Pennsylvania. We are now tentatively organizing a rally for the 30th of September in Philly, at which we hope to have 1,000 people, primarily from these minority communities, who are saying we're fed up with the GOP. We're not waiting for them. We're taking charge ourselves. That's what we're looking for. And by that, I don't mean you sitting around waiting for us somehow, whoever the mythical us is, to do all of this and then invite you to show up. Grab a hold of it wherever you are in Pennsylvania, and let's do something. Let's move. As an aside, I've said this many times online, but look, if you are a candidate that we don't know, somebody who's not involved with the coalition, and you send us information about your candidacy or your effort, you say, I'm a Republican, I'm a conservative, whatever, we're never going to approve that post unless you talk to us directly. Those words mean nothing. because we got people stacked to the ceiling everywhere who all tell us they're Republicans, conservative, patriots, and they're not doing a damn thing, pardon my language, for us. So if we don't know you and you haven't established your bona fides, forget it. Go somewhere else. Those words alone mean something. We've been sold a bill of goods too many times. Let me touch base quickly on some events that we've got scheduled coming up. So this is Tuesday. I'm talking tomorrow night, Wednesday. We have a Zoom session. Information on this is on our Facebook page for the coalition. I will repost the information with the link to the Zoom call. We're going to have a speaker talking about messaging. And the whole point of this is not to say, hey, you got to do what she tells you to do. It's to say what you need to do is start thinking about, how am I going to get out of the echo chamber? Meaning, how am I going to stop just talking to the people who are already woke? And how am I going to get to the point where I can actually convince other people who don't agree with me yet that they should? How are we going to make a bigger tent? How are we going to win elections? How are we going to learn to talk to people in a way that will convince them? And also, how are we going to combat the tendency of our opponents to basically frame the narrative by word choice? They mutilating children is not mutilating children to them. It's gender affirming surgery or treatment. Okay, that didn't happen by accident. They came up with that kind of terminology because it sounds palatable. It hides the horrifying truth. It sells to people who don't really understand what's going on that this is okay and they shouldn't be afraid of it. This kind of dynamic runs all throughout what we're doing. So tomorrow night is not about feeding you a bunch of lines and saying you must talk like this. It's to just challenge you a little bit and get you thinking, okay, how am I going to get my neighbor who doesn't yet realize the trouble we're in to understand it? That's what tomorrow night's about. Again, the Zoom link will be up again. It's been up multiple times already. I really encourage you guys to tune in. It's going to last about an hour. It's well worth your time. Biggest event we have currently scheduled, 17th of September, Hamburg, the field house there, 1 to 5 p.m. Multiple speakers talking about concrete working groups we have ongoing in the state right now. Folks that are out doing things on the street, primarily focused on the state legislature. And they're going to talk through the nuts and bolts of what they're doing. I'm also going to give a talk drawn on my background as a CIA operations officer, focusing on Joe Biden, the Biden administration, and the overall that shows that the Biden administration is bought and paid for by not just the Chinese Communist Party, but Chinese intelligence. Okay. I think you find that fascinating. So 1 to 5 p.m., Hamburg, 17 September. If you're a group leader and you want to have a table for your group, reach out to me directly to arrange for that so we reserve a space. Inside the field house, a big facility, but we still have a limit to how many tables we can accommodate. About half of that space is gone already. So reach out to me directly on that issue. Again, the flyer and the notice and all the information in Hamburg has gone up multiple times. It'll go up again on the Pennsylvania Patriot Coalition Facebook page, and it is up under events on the Pennsylvania Patriot Coalition website. So you can either go to the website and go to the events tab and find all the info, or you can look again on Facebook. I will also repost all the information today on Hamburg. Really strongly encourage you guys to be there. Incredibly valuable. 17th September, 1 to 5 p.m. Other events that we have in the works. I'm looking at my board here because there's so many. I gotta make sure I'm keeping track. 14th of October, we have an event down in Quarryville focused on the Lion Bryan working group and getting that guy out of office. Again, that information has gone up multiple times. It'll be reposted. 14 October, Quarryville, Lion Bryan. At this point, just consider this to be a heads up. 22 October, We're going to have a big event out in Erie. That our newest group in the coalition already sponsoring a huge event out there. I'll be out there speaking. Information on that event has also gone up, but will also be reposted. So if you're anywhere out in Northwest PA, mark the 14th of October. Look out for that. We're having a big rally out in Erie. And then we have yet another rally that's in the planning stage now, down on the 4th of November, down in Southeast PA, probably Montgomery County. Keep in mind, all of these rallies have a specific purpose. We're not just getting together to have a good time, although presumably we will have a good time and build morale and all of that stuff. But all of these rallies are built on concrete action, on having speakers talk to you, help you, train you, arm you, so everybody can go out, spread the faith, get to work, make the change we need. Okay. That was a whirlwind tour. Two big things to take away from that. Tomorrow night, Zoom call. Again, I will repost the Zoom link that has been up multiple times. I'll repost it on the Facebook page for the Pennsylvania Patriot Coalition. The Zoom link is worth an hour of your time tomorrow night. And 17th September, Hamburg rally. You do not want to miss this. I mean, you know, at the risk of tooting my own horn, I think you will find the information about the Chinese intelligence nature of the contacts with Joe Biden, Hunter Biden, the amount of money, how Chinese intelligence operates, what we know about many of the operatives that have been in contact with the Bidens. I think even if you've been following the story, you probably find it kind of shocking, because this Biden story is really not about hookers and cocaine and not even human trafficking, which is not me diminishing the significance of any of those things. I'm saying to you, at the heart of this, for all of us, the most critical part of this is the very real possibility that you got a guy sitting in the White House who is playing for the other team. All right. Talk to you guys again soon. Hope everybody had a great Labor Day. It appears that I have somehow miraculously made it through this whole thing, and the dogs have kept their mouths shut. That must be a miracle. I will attribute that to Bill Allen praying for me, because he's got the best record on that kind of thing.